My child, before you scroll away, before your mind tells you this is not for you, stay with me for just a moment. I know how confusing your life feels right now. I know how often you whisper, "Why doesn't this make sense?" I hear the questions you are afraid to say out loud, and I want you to know something very clearly. I am not distant from your confusion. I am right here in chat with you. My child, there are nights when you lie awake, replaying conversations, revisiting decisions, wondering if one different choice could have changed everything. You try to be strong during the day. You smile when people ask how you are. You say, "I'm fine," even when your heart feels heavy. But I see past the words. I see the weight you are carrying, the unanswered prayers, the plans that didn't unfold the way you expected, the silence that feels louder than any noise. You thought by now things would be clearer. You thought by now you would understand my timing, but instead you feel stuck between faith and frustration. And that confuses you, my child, because you love me, you believe in me, yet you still feel lost. Listen to me carefully. Feeling confused does not mean your faith is weak. It means your heart is human. I never asked you to understand everything. I asked you to trust me. My child, there are seasons where I explain, and there are seasons where I simply ask you to walk with me without answers. This is one of those seasons. I know you are trying to make sense of the pain. You keep asking, what lesson am I supposed to learn? What am I doing wrong? Why does it feel like I'm moving backward? But not every season is about correction. Some seasons are about formation. You are being shaped in ways you cannot yet see. My child, I have not abandoned you. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not forgotten the promises I whispered to your heart when you first learned to trust me. Even now, when the road feels unclear, I am guiding your steps. Trust does not mean everything feels peaceful. Trust means you choose to walk forward, even when the path is foggy. And I know how hard that is for you. You want certainty. You want reassurance. You want to know that this pain will not be wasted. So let me tell you this, nothing you are experiencing is pointless. Nothing you are enduring is unseen. I am using this season to deepen you, to steady you, to teach you how to lean on me instead of leaning on understanding. My child, stay with me. Do not rush away. What you are feeling right now is not the end of your story. And what I am about to show you will begin to change how you see everything. My child, I know the hardest part for you is not the waiting itself, but the not knowing why you must wait. You look around and see others moving ahead. You see doors opening for them, paths becoming clear, prayers answered quickly. And quietly, you ask me, why not me? I hear that question. It does not offend me. It does not push me away. It tells me your heart is still reaching for me. So child, do not compare your hidden season to someone else's visible moment. You do not see the full story behind their smiles, just as others do not see the strength it has taken for you to keep going. There are things I can only teach you in the waiting. There are truths you will only learn when you do not have control. You think clarity will bring you peace, But peace does not come from knowing everything. Peace comes from knowing me. That is why I keep inviting you back to my presence. Not to answers, not to timelines, to me. My child, when life makes no sense, this is where faith becomes real. Not when everything aligns, but when you choose to trust without seeing the outcome. I know you are tired of being strong. I know you wish someone would tell you exactly how this will turn out. But if I showed you everything now, you would rely on the picture instead of the relationship. And I want your heart before I give you understanding. Do not mistake delay for denial. Do not mistake silence for absence. Even when you cannot feel me, I am near. Even when your prayers feel unanswered, they are heard. My child, I am steady when your emotions are not. I am faithful when your faith feels fragile. Lean into me here. This season is not breaking you. It is building something within you that will one day make sense. Stay with me, my child. There is a quiet fear you rarely admit, even to yourself. The fear that if this confusion lasts too long, you might lose hope. The fear that trusting me without understanding will eventually wear you down. I know that fear. I felt the weight of it when I walked among people who questioned the Father's will. So I do not judge you for it. Listen to me gently now. Faith is not the absence of questions. Faith is choosing to stay even when the questions remain. You have not stayed this long by accident. Something deeper than clarity has been holding you. That something is my hand. My child, you think trusting me means you must silence your emotions. But I never asked you to pretend you are okay. Bring your confusion to me. Bring your frustration. Bring your tears. I am not threatened by your honesty. I am closest to you when you stop dreaming to explain yourself. There are moments when I allow things to feel uncertain, because certainty would keep you surface level. But uncertainty draws you deeper. You are learning how to walk by faith, not by sight. And that walk is slower. It feels uncomfortable. It stretches you, but it also strengthens you. My child, when life makes no sense, you are being invited into a deeper trust. The kind that anchors your soul when circumstances shift. Do not rush this process. Do not pressure yourself to figure it out. I am not asking you to solve your life. I am asking you to stay close to me. You will not get lost if you stay with me. Even now, as your mind searches for answers, your spirit is being steadied. I am guiding you step by step, moment by moment. And one day, you will look back on this season and realize you were never walking alone. Stay with me, my child. My child. There are moments when you feel torn between holding on and letting go. You hold on to what you know, even when it no longer brings peace. And you hesitate to release it because you do not yet see what will replace it. That tension you feel, that ache in your chest, is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of transition. I am gently moving you from who you were to who you are becoming. My child, I know how uncomfortable that feels. You liked having a plan. You liked knowing what was next. You liked feeling prepared. But there are times when I remove the map, so you will learn to recognize my voice. You keep asking me, is this the right step? And I'm asking you, will you trust me with the next one? You do not need the full picture to be faithful. You only need the courage to take the step I place in front of you. My child, stop judging this season by how uncertain it feels. Some of the most important growth happens quietly, slowly, without applause. Roots grow in the dark. I am teaching you to listen more than rush, to pray more than panic, to rest more than strive. And yes, it feels unfamiliar, but unfamiliar does not mean unsafe. You are not losing ground. You are being positioned. Even when life makes no sense, my hand is steady on your back, guiding you forward. Stay here with me. What feels confusing now will one day feel purposeful. My child, there are days when you feel pressure from every direction. Pressure to succeed. Pressure to be strong. Pressure to have answers you were never meant to carry alone. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to believe that everything depends on you. But listen to me. You were never meant to carry the weight of your entire future on your shoulders. That burden belongs to me. My child, when life stops making sense, it is often because you are trying to hold together what I am asking you to place in my hands. You fear letting go because you think you will fall apart. But letting go is not losing control. It is finally trusting the one who already has it. I see how hard you try to do everything right. I see how deeply you care. But I do not love you for your performance. I love you because you are mine. You do not need to earn my guidance. You do not need to deserve my peace. You only need to receive it. My child, rest your mind for a moment. Release the questions you cannot answer tonight. I am still working even when you are resting. Nothing is falling apart. It may feel unclear, but it is not out of control. Trust me here. This is where faith grows quiet, deep, and unshakable. Stay with me, my child. There is something I want you to understand about this season of confusion. It is not a punishment. It is not a setback, and it is not proof that you missed your way. It is an invitation to stop running on your own strength, an invitation to stop measuring your worth by outcomes and timelines, an invitation to let me lead you instead of you trying to lead yourself. I know you feel vulnerable here. When you do not understand, you feel exposed. You feel unsure of yourself. You feel like one wrong step could ruin everything. But my child, you are safest when you are dependent on me. I do my deepest work when you stop striving and start surrendering. You are learning that faith is not about control. It is about closeness. When you walk with me, even uncertain ground becomes steady beneath your feet. I know your heart longs for reassurance, so hear this slowly. I will not let you wander without guidance. I will not let your life fall into chaos. I am far more involved than you realize. Even now, I am aligning things you cannot yet see. Conversations, opportunities, timing. Nothing is random. My child, trusting me does not mean you will never feel afraid. It means you choose to keep walking, even when fear whispers doubts. And every step you take with me is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more at peace. Stay close. There is more I want to show you. My child, there are moments when you look at your life and wonder if you are moving forward at all. You are doing the right things. You are praying. You are trying to trust. Yet progress feels slow, almost invisible, and that makes you question whether your effort matters. Let me tell you the truth. Some of the most meaningful progress cannot be measured quickly. It happens quietly, deep within you, where no one else can see. I am reshaping how you think. I am softening places that were hardened by disappointment. I am strengthening parts of you that once felt fragile. You may not see change on the surface, but inside, your foundation is becoming stronger. My child, do not confuse slowness with stagnation. Seeds take time before they break through the soil, and when they do, they are rooted deeply enough to withstand the storms. I know you want reassurance that this season will lead somewhere, so listen carefully. I would not keep you here without purpose. I would not ask you to trust without intention. Every day, you choose faith over fear. You are growing. Even when life makes no sense, your obedience matters. Your patience matters. Your quiet hope matters. Stay with me. What is forming now will one day support everything that is coming next. My child, there are times when you feel like you are walking alone, even though you believe in me. You pray, yet the silence stretches. You trust, yet the confusion remains. And in that quiet, a small voice asks, "Where are you?" I want you to hear this clearly. I have never stepped away from you. I am closest in the moments you feel unsure. I am nearest when your faith feels fragile. You do not feel me because I'm teaching you to trust my presence beyond your emotions. My child, faith is not always loud. Sometimes it is a quiet decision to keep going when nothing around you changes. I know you want signs. I know you want confirmation. But I am more interested in building a relationship than giving you signals. When you learn to walk with me in silence, you will not be shaken when noise surrounds you later. Do not underestimate what is happening now. You are learning discernment. You are learning patience. You are learning to rest in who I am, not in what I do. And that kind of faith cannot be rushed. My child, even when life makes no sense, your steps are not wasted. I am guiding you through every uncertainty. Stay close to me. The clarity you seek will come at the right time. My child, there is something else I need you to understand about this season. Not everything unclear is meant to be fixed immediately. Some things are meant to be trusted before they are understood. You keep revisiting the past, thinking, if I had done this differently, maybe life would make more sense now. But my child, your story is not broken. It is still unfolding. I am not limited by your past decisions. I am not delayed by your mistakes. I can weave purpose even through confusion. You have not ruined anything. I know you fear that one wrong step could cost you everything. But I am bigger than your fear and stronger than your doubt. My child, I am teaching you to live with open hands, to trust me with what you cannot control. to rest when your mind wants to race ahead. This is not easy for you. You like certainty, you like structure, but sometimes I remove certainty to grow surrender. And surrender is not weakness, it is courage. Even when life feels unclear, you are being held. Even when the road feels hidden, you are being led. Stay with me, the meaning will come. My child, I know you are learning how to live without guarantees, and that feels unsettling to you. You want assurance before you move forward. You want certainty before you release control. You want peace before you trust. But listen to me gently. Peace does not come before trust. Peace comes through trust. You are discovering that faith is not built on what you can predict, but on who you believe in, and I am faithful. My child, I know you fear that trusting me fully means risking disappointment, but I do not lead you into emptiness. I lead you into growth. When life makes no sense, this is where your faith matures. I am not shallow, not emotional, but rooted. I am teaching you to depend on me daily, not just when things are clear. To seek me not only for answers, but for companionship. You are not walking blindly, you are walking with me. And even when the road bends, even when the view is blocked, I am already ahead of you, preparing what comes next. Do not be afraid of what you cannot see yet. You do not need to know everything to be safe. You only need to stay close. My child, trust me here. What feels uncertain today will one day feel like guidance, and you will realize that I was leading you the entire time. My child, there will be moments when your heart asks, if I trust you now, will I regret it later? That question comes from wounds, from disappointment, from times you trusted and felt let down. I understand that hesitation. I am gentle with it, but hear me clearly. I have never asked you to trust blindly. I have asked you to trust me. I am not like the people who promised and disappeared. I am not like the plans that failed you. I am not like the expectations that collapsed under pressure. I am steady. I am faithful. I am constant. My child, trusting me does not mean you will never feel uncertain. It means when uncertainty comes, you know where to turn. You are learning to anchor your heart not in outcomes, but in my character. That is why this season feels so deep. I am moving your faith from surface-level belief to unshakable trust. Even when life makes no sense, you are safe with me. Even when answers delay, my love does not. Stay with me, my child. You are growing in ways you cannot yet measure. My child, there is a quiet strength beginning to form inside you, even if you do not recognize it yet. You think strength looks like certainty. You think it looks like confidence, decisiveness, knowing exactly where you are going. But true strength is choosing to trust when you feel unsure. It is staying soft when confusion tempts you to harden. It is remaining faithful when clarity is delayed. And that is what you are doing. My child, you have not quit. You have not walked away. You are still here, still listening, still hoping, even quietly. That matters more than you know. I see how carefully you guard your heart now. You have learned not every voice deserves your trust. Not every path deserves your energy. This season is teaching you discernment. It is teaching you how to listen for my voice above the noise. And my voice is gentle. It does not rush you. It does not pressure you. It does not confuse you. When I guide you, there is peace beneath the uncertainty. My child, even when life makes no sense, your soul recognizes truth when it hears it. Stay with me. What I am building in you will soon begin to make sense in ways you never expected. My child, there will come moments when you realize that confusion has changed you, not by breaking you, but by slowing you down, by making you listen more closely, by teaching you to feel instead of rush. You are becoming more aware of what truly matters. You are learning what drains you and what restores you. You are noticing which paths bring peace and which only bring noise. This is not accidental. I am teaching you to choose wisely, to move intentionally, to stop chasing what looks impressive but leaves you empty. My child, you are allowed to let go of what no longer fits. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to say no, so you can say yes to what truly matters. Trusting me sometimes looks like walking away from what once felt important, and that takes courage. Even when life makes no sense, your heart is learning alignment. Your spirit is learning balance. Your faith is learning depth. Stay with me. You are not losing direction. You are finding it. My child, there is a tenderness growing in you that did not exist before this season. You notice pain more easily now. You sense when something is heavy in others, even when they do not say a word. Your heart has become quieter, but also deeper. This is not weakness. This is compassion being formed. I allow confusion to soften places that certainty could never reach. I allow waiting to slow your steps so your heart can catch up. You are becoming someone who listens with presence, who loves with patience, who walks with humility. And my child, the world needs that kind of heart. You worry sometimes that this season has taken something from you, your energy, your confidence, your certainty. But hear me now. It has not taken from you, it has refined you. What you are gaining will last longer than what you think you have lost. Even when life makes no sense, I am shaping you into someone who can carry both truth and grace. Stay close to me. The gentleness you feel growing will become one of your greatest strengths. My child, there will be moments when you miss the old version of yourself, the one who moved faster, the one who worried less about meaning, the one who did not feel things so deeply. And you will wonder if trusting me has made life heavier. But listen to me with your heart. Depth can feel heavy before it feels peaceful. Growth can feel slow before it feels steady. You are not losing joy. You are learning where joy truly lives. I am teaching you that joy is not found in constant motion, but in quiet assurance. Not in having all the answers, but in knowing you are not alone. My child, the reason this season feels intense is because you are becoming more aware of yourself, of others, of me. And awareness always comes before wisdom. Do not rush yourself back into who you were. You are becoming someone who can carry more light, more truth, more peace, even when life makes no sense. This transformation is necessary. Stay with me. What you are becoming will soon feel like home. My child, there is a calm beginning to rise within you. even if your circumstances have not yet changed. That calm is not coming from answers. It is coming from trust. You are learning how to breathe again, without needing everything resolved. You are learning how to rest your thoughts in my care. This is new for you, and new always feels unfamiliar. But this calm is real. It is the peace that grows when you stop fighting reality and start walking with me through it. My child, you are no longer reacting the way you once did. You pause more. You reflect more. You pray before you panic. That is not accidental. I am teaching you how to respond from faith instead of fear, from assurance instead of anxiety. Even when life makes no sense, your soul is learning where it belongs. You are not becoming passive. You are becoming grounded. And grounded people are not easily shaken. Stay with me. What you are experiencing now is the beginning of a deeper peace than you have ever known. My child, as this peace begins to settle in you, you may notice something else. The noise that once controlled you no longer has the same power. The fears that once shouted are starting to whisper. And the questions that once overwhelmed you are losing their grip. This does not mean everything is suddenly clear. It means your heart is learning where to rest. You are discovering that you do not have to understand everything to feel secure. You do not have to fix everything to feel whole. I am becoming your center. My child, there will still be moments when confusion tries to return. That is part of being human, but now you know where to bring it. Instead of carrying it alone, you bring it to me. Instead of letting it consume you, you release it into my hands. And every time you do, your trust grows deeper. Even when life makes no sense, your foundation is becoming firm. You are no longer standing on shifting ground. You are standing with me. Stay close, my child. What I am doing in you now will prepare you for what comes next. My child, there will come a moment when you realize that this season of confusion has quietly taught you how to live differently. Not louder, not faster, but deeper. You will notice that you are less shaken by things that once unsettled you, less driven by urgency, less controlled by fear. This is not because your life suddenly became easy. It is because your heart became anchored. I am teaching you how to live from the inside out. My child, you are beginning to understand that clarity is not always a gift. Sometimes trust is. When you stop demanding explanations, you start experiencing peace. When you stop forcing outcomes, you start noticing my presence. This is maturity of faith. You are no longer asking, why is this happening to me? You are learning to ask, what are you teaching me here? And that shift changes everything. Even when life makes no sense, you are not law. You are becoming steady, resilient, and deeply rooted. Stay with me, my child. What is forming now will carry you through seasons yet to come. My child, there is one more truth I want to settle gently into your heart. You have been afraid that trusting me in confusion might cost you something. Time, opportunity, direction. But trusting me has never taken anything from you. that was truly meant to stay. What leaves in uncertain seasons often makes room for what is eternal. I know you have asked yourself, will this ever make sense? And the answer is this: some things will make sense later. Some things will make peace now. And some things were never meant to be understood, only trusted. You are learning how to live without panic, how to walk without rushing, how to breathe without fear. That is not small growth. That is freedom. My child, the version of you that emerges from this season will not be confused. They will be calm. They will be steady. They will know where their help comes from, even when life makes no sense. Your life is not off course. It is being aligned. Stay with me. The clarity you are waiting for will arrive gently, not as noise, but as peace. My child, before you leave this moment, let my words rest deeply in your heart. You are not confused by accident. You are not walking in circles. You are not behind in life. You are learning how to trust me, even when the path feels unclear. And that kind of faith is precious. I know there were days you wanted answers more than peace. But now you are learning that peace is greater than understanding. You stayed, you listened, you trusted, even when life made no sense. And I'm proud of you, my child. If you believe in me and in your Heavenly Father, then like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to me, subscribe to this channel. I am with you, always.